For most people like to compare Baizhu with Nahida. I don't personally like that because the thing about both these characters are they work really well with each other. And let's say even if you don't have Nahida, Baizhu is pretty insane in most of the other teams that I go and enjoy. Let's say, for example, one of the most beginner team in the game where we have Facial, Sucrose, and Beidou. Baizhu is the only character I would like to put in this place just because of his burst. He can provide you with some buff. I don't think it's like a huge buff, but hey, it's some buff that he can provide your character. In the fact that Sucrose is an ANEMO character. Now, the potential of this team is not that high in comparison to team with Mona, with Nahida, and Nilou. Of course, this is Superbloom team. And yeah, like I am loving this team more than any other team in Genshin Impact for the time being. And I can take advantage of my Mona, which was sitting in my account for like forever. And she's Constellation 4, and I really hate to not use her. But at least her Constellation 2 is very useful with this team. And given the fact that I can basically have over 8,000 mental mastery on her. Now, this is not all. What I am most interested in when we talk about Baizhu is that his potential to use ANEMO characters. Like I'm talking about, he works with Venti, he works with Kazuha, he works with Sucrose. He will let you soar Electro, unlike our friend Nahida over here. She does not let you soar Electro. It is a freaking pain. And given the fact that when you really want to make a team, okay, you have one Electro DPS, okay, you have one ANEMO character that is always going to be either Kazuha, Sucrose, or Venti. Okay, given the fact that what you have, I am expecting most people have Sucrose. Some are willing to go and get themselves a Kazuha, which I think is okay. You should definitely get him. And if you don't have a healer in the team, that is really painful because Facial is a sub DPS. In future, maybe you want to go and grab yourself some much better 5-star sub DPS. And these teams are pretty insane. Right now, I will say there's not much enemy in the game that actually, you know, makes use of Venti that much. But a quick example of what he is capable of is, let's just go and show you guys. Now, this can be old news or good news to most of the people who have Venti and not been using because of Nahida. It really sucks, but hey, let me just show you something really nice with Venti. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Baizhu's burst has small AoE, so I want to just show you something. So let me just use this of my Venti. Okay, and let's just do Baizhu's burst. You see, no, come on, yeah. This thing has small AoE that will hit enemies if they're close to each other. So I think like that's really fantastic. This actually makes sense for me quite a bit because now I can aggravate with my Venti. So let me just grab myself some energy. Give me 5 seconds. All right, let's do this. Now, I know most people don't have Venti. No. I should have used this burst before. Yeah. Official. Now, imagine like this thing is doing this much damage to all the enemies. Yeah. And imagine using Raiden Shogun burst in the middle of Venti's burst. That is going to do so much more damage. Of course, Venti is a sub DPS and he does not work against pretty much most of the bigger enemies unless like the domain of the Spiral Abyss needs a crowd control unit like Venti. You won't be using him that much. All right, let's do this again. Raiden Shogun's E skill, Facial's E skill, Baizhu's burst, burst. Do his E skill, okay, then do Venti's burst. Oh no, Raiden Shogun's E skill. Come on, let me change the fucking character, bro. Right, as you can see against bigger enemies, like it's slightly hard in my opinion to actually take advantage of this in a nice way. Yeah, but aggravates are not disappointing. You can still do a lot of damage if you can point it well. At the moment, on 12th floor, there's not much enemy who you can go and kill with Venti. Like, you know, seriously, none of them go up in the air, you know. None of them go up in the air and die easily, okay? I'm missing those enemies. So let's look at Kazuha, okay? Because I have artifacts on him right now. You know, with Kazuha, this team is absolutely insane. You're gonna be like, I have to put artifact. You know what? Let's use Sucrose before Kazuha. I think I have Thrilling Tales of Dragons on her, so I have to use her like that before Raiden Shogun. Oh, let's go. So we start with Raiden Shogun's E skill, Facial's E skill, then go to Baizhu, do his burst, and do his E skill. Okay, then we have to go for Sucrose, do her burst, do her E skill. Okay, go to Raiden Shogun, then do her burst. 96,000 on the burst. Oh no, the enemies are far away from each other. No, if all these enemies were like with each other, I would have done so much more damage. I can't just use my Sucrose burst in the middle. It's gonna go somewhere else. Let's do this again. Okay, Facial's E skill, Baizhu burst, E skill, Sucrose burst, Facial's burst, Raiden Shogun, and then her burst. How much was that? I couldn't see that. Okay, we're doing... It's looking so freaking good. It's looking so good. Oh no. I think like I can't say official sucrose is a bit slow for this team. Like I would like to see how much my Kazuha will go and increase the damage. This was like the best out of the 3 runs with my sucrose. It's time for my Kazuha to get the nice artifact of my sucrose. Both my sucrose and Kazuha fight with each other for the same artifact. Okay, how many of you guys go through this? Okay, go through this torture. Every single time you want to use Kazuha, you have to swap artifact. The weapon I'm using on him is like Favonius, that any of you guys can go and do exactly the same thing if you have exactly the same character with exactly the same stats. Right, same buff. Cool. Right, Raiden Shogun's E skill. Official's this. Baiju's burst, and then his E skill. Kazuha's burst. Official's burst. Raiden Shogun's burst. Now, you see like the difference between, I'll say, Kazuha and Official is going to be Kazuha can be used in a place and Official, sucrose has to be like moved around left and right. What do I mean by that is like, of course, his damage is low. He makes your character do less damage for Aggravate team. But because he does not have to move around much, he's much better choice than sucrose for most of the team. And he has his personal damage, which is pretty insane. He doesn't take a lot of times on the field, so I think that's the reason why most people like to use Kazuha, and I would recommend going him for that, only for that reason. He can dodge most of the attacks of the enemy, because he can just jump up in the air. Now, you can go and literally leave the team like this, go and grab yourself your Nahida, okay, switch it up, and pretty much go in exactly the same rotation with this team, okay? Like, there's nothing wrong with it because both Nahida and Baizhu works with each other. Like, they are not repelling each other, they're really good with each other. And I personally like that, okay? That is like one of my favorite things. I'm so stupid. Okay, so Raiden Shogun's E skill, Nahida's E skill, and then burst. Baiju's burst. E skill. Official's burst. Raiden Shogun's burst. 61,000. Okay, that was, I think, not a crit. Attack them. If these enemies are with each other, like, they're not that hard to kill, bro. So as you can see, the damage was pretty nice. I think, like, slightly higher than sucrose and both Kazuha. Not gonna hate this. It was pretty fantastic. And I will say it's a lot more reliable compared to those. So both Nahida and Baizhu together are better than ANEMO characters in the game, okay? None of the characters have a lot. She's using Vitsith, okay? She got the passive bonus. Let the bonus expire, okay? Oh no, this is awesome. I'm seriously loving this, bro. All right, so she has this much of mastery. I know no one has elemental mastery, bro. And I know for a fact if I can get one character in here who can have lots of elemental mastery, then this team has a lot of potential in my opinion. They're really good with each other. I'm pretty much never going to use against them. And there's one of the teams that is the most overpowered team in Genshin Impact. It's my most favorite team in this game. Like, I'm not even gonna lie how much I love to play with this team. Like, at first I really hated this, but as the more I played, the more I love it. And Mona is the best character for this team, okay? She's better than Kokomi. She's better than any other Hydro character. Why it's raining, bro? You know what? Let's go inside the domain. Except for Mona, all the banner 5 stars are C0 with free weapons, okay? None of them actually have like some crazy ass weapons, okay? They are just free weapons. All right, so Fem picture, burst, E-skill, Baiju's burst, E-skill, Mona's burst. Just for the Hydro application, I'm using Mona's burst, yeah? 31,000. You tell me if you thought you had a much better idea than this. Bro, 20 seconds for the first batch of enemies. Like, how overpowered is that? Give me a second, bro. I'm actually... Oh, fuck, man. Like... You see, she's dead. She's dead. Why you two? Look what you just did. Now, compared to all the Hydro characters in the game, Mona is the best one in my opinion. Okay, because she's Mona. Like, you will never... Oh no, the damage was low because I was using the wrong weapon. I just switched it over to see with sucrose. Oh no, we're going inside again. Let's start with family picture thing. Burst. Baizhu, his burst. Do this, okay, so that I can dance easily. Mona's burst. Her E skill. Tell me I'm gonna... 33,000, bro. How fast was that? How fast was that? The only time we took was... You know what? Let me just use the same team, and this time I will not use Baizhu, and let's see the damage, how much it is gonna be, because... From the picture, nothing has changed. Dance. Oh, no. Mana's E-skill. 30,000. We're hitting for 30,000 right now. But she died. Yeah, like that's the problem. Like she is just gonna die instantly if you don't have someone healing her. What is with this? Like, is there something wrong? You see, like at the moment, no matter how much Hydro I apply, I cannot like, you know, trigger Dendro. That's where you need someone like Baizhu, because Baizhu can do this off field when his burst is active. And that way he helps Nahida more than anyone else, okay? I know most people are not gonna go and grab themselves Baizhu, but for those who got him, best of luck to you guys on your gaming. Because oh, I almost forgot to show you guys this team. No. All right, I will. Don't worry. For those who are expecting what his potential is gonna be, I will say he's pretty much gonna be on par with Kokomi in terms of healing battle, in terms of team comps. Like Aggravate is already covered up by him. He's not gonna be any use in Burgeon and Hyperbloom teams, unless like he can only buff the on-field character, not the off-field character. So maybe there will be something in the game that you can take advantage of in the future. But right now, he's not the best character for Hyperbloom. He's not the best character for Burgeon. But I think for Superbloom, he's fantastic. Yeah, he's awesome for Superbloom team. He's awesome with Aggravate teams, with ANEMO characters, of course, because you can't always have Nahida in 2 different teams. You will be using her somewhere else. If you're not using, you can just use him with her. And I forgot to show you guys like the free-to-play team. Oh no, I'm such an idiot. The free-to-play team. This one, the most free-to-play team out of all of this. So let me just give... Alright, let's start with your official. Okay, then you go to your Baizhu, do his burst, do his E-skill. Are you kidding me, bro? Okay, do her burst, E-skill. Go to your Beidou, do her burst, then do her E-skill. Official, do this. Okay, now let's continue with her E-skills. Let's do his E-skill also, just in case we do need some of that. Now, the thing about this team is like it's pretty quick, so you can actually do the same rotation twice. Yeah, without stopping. Don't think too much, just continue the rotation. Oh no, my internet is so freaking bad, bro. I was supposed to use Beidou's burst by this time. Now, the potential of this team is like really good, but as a free-to-play, you need to understand these guys are really frustrating. They push you around too much, and it's really hard to use Beidou against these bigger enemies. Like, don't believe me? Look at them. They're so far away from each other. What are you gonna do to them? Okay? And they're instantly gonna push you around the map for like no freaking reason. So I would pretty much not go and use this team in the Abyss, like, you know, especially when you have enemies that are jumping all around the place, they're flying all over the map, okay? Seriously, it's not the best target for your Beidou, but again, if you're fighting enemies that stand out of place, no matter how tough they are, you will just have a breeze with this team. Not gonna say it's the strongest, not like it's nothing compared to what Raiden, Shogun, and Official team had to offer with 2 more 5-star characters. Okay, but it still is one of the most fun free-to-play team that you can go and make with Baizhu. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, till next time, guys. Till next time.